What percentage is the chance of the Niners losing to the Seahawks? Like, how likely is that? It could be raining. The Seahawks look pretty good.
It could be raining.
I mean, they got a good coach. They'll be ready for the game. I'll tell you that. I don't know how good they are, but they'll be ready.
I'll put a 25% chance of a loss. And that's only because I'm a little afraid of maybe there could be complacency of that last loss in terms of they don't take it serious. Maybe they think, all right, it was a rain game. We shot ourselves in the foot. We're good enough to just beat a Seahawks team. It's all good. So maybe that complacency, because we have seen that team be complacent last year, going to Arizona, even 2020 degree. I know there was more injuries, but this team has known to just keep their heads up in the clouds and not be locked in. So that's the thing I'd be afraid of. And Seattle looked a little better than I anticipated. I know it was at home and it was the first game, and there's a lot of reasons to be motivated. But other than that, this should be a game they win by a score or more. I don't think Geno Smith is going to have the greatest game of all of his life as he did. And really the main way that Seattle won that game is the same way that 49ers lost that game, the way Leo put it. That's what I thought of exactly when I was watching that game. I was like, oh my God, I'm watching the Denver 49ers right now play this game where they're giving them all the momentum with all the penalties and the 2 goal line fumbles, which was ridiculous. So ultimately that just tells me look, just cut the crap, man. Don't be the penalty team that you were last week, because I didn't recognize who that team was. Be the team that you're supposed to be with playoff medal. Get no more than 3 to 4 penalties, especially the 15-yarders, because the 15-yard extenders that automatically first downs are the real killers. The 5-yarders, whatever, but the real ones are like the 15, 10-yarders that give automatic first downs.
Yeah, or just the automatic first downs on third down that you got off the field.
Buttoned up, and you will be Gucci next week.
Leo.
Yeah, and to be, to counterpoint that, the Bears offense is definitely more potent than the Seahawks offense, in my opinion. When you have Justin Fields back there instead of Geno Smith, yes, Geno Smith may be more efficient in the passing game, but Justin Fields is a bigger threat that you got to worry about on a 3rd and 5 that he could just take off. But to answer,
is Geno Smith really going to dink and dunk the Niners to death? I have a hard time seeing that.
Exactly.
I have a hard time seeing
I think it's probably a 5%. I want to say 0, but any given Sunday, I'll put 5% here. And
Go 0.
It was the Bears. It was the Seahawks Super Bowl last week. It was their Super Bowl. They played on a Monday night. This team's riding high right now, but it's not high to a point to where they feel like no one can beat them. No, that whole city celebrated for beating Russell Wilson. Richard Sherman celebrated. Doug Baldwin celebrated. So it's that was their Super Bowl. And to think that they're going to come out and beat the 49ers in Santa Clara when they won a game off of what we call luck, football gods, maybe, having Denver fumble the ball at the goal line twice, their head coach being a bonehead with a minute left and say, let me not have Russell Wilson go win this game in Seattle. How
many times were they at the goal line and they totally blew it, the Broncos? Twice. They had no idea what to do with the goal line. So, they, as in Nathaniel Hackett.
So it's just with the 49ers, I don't see them playing as bad as they did in Chicago. Weather's going to be a big factor. Being at home is going to be another factor on that. And I don't think Seattle is as talented as the Bears. Look at the Bears. I told you guys, they had Dominique Robinson that I liked as a rookie and Robert Quinn that obviously had an amazing year last season with the Chicago Bears. Seattle don't have 2 edge rushers like that. They don't. They have Diggs in there at safety and stuff, but they don't have edge rushers, and that's going to be the biggest way a team could disrupt Trey Lance's game. They don't have that in Seattle. So I think it's a 5%. I got the 49ers here.
Yeah, I mean, look, they just lost to the Bears, so I'm not going to be too cavalier about this. I'll say 20, 25%. I mean, any given Sunday, the Niners lost to the Seahawks twice last year, and they sucked. They still suck, in my opinion, but I mean, it's a divisional opponent. Look, if the Niners can't run the ball, if Kyle can't figure it out, if he can't find the hot-handed running back, the Niners are in trouble. But I think they will. I think the defense will play great. I think they're going to win this game. And I also think that what the Niners can do is, again, take shots early and sort of run the ball a little bit later when you have a lead. Don't wait until you're down to start throwing with Trey Lance. You can actually take some of those shots earlier. Take more shots down the field. Why not? So that'd be interesting. I think, I don't think they're going to lose this game. Gabe says, bring in Mike Bennett. Who? Mike Jones?
You were basically
Michael
talking
Bennett,
about the
tight end.
49ers. The 49ers running the ball. Melvin Gordon on Monday, 4.8 yards per carry.
Yeah.
And Javonte Williams, 6.1
That's what I'm
yards
saying.
per carry.
They should be okay as long as they, just find the hot hand. It's Debo's going to give you 8 good carries. That's good. Trey Lance going to give you 8 good carries. That's 16 right there. So now you just got to find 15 more. 15 more. It shouldn't be that hard. Just give everyone a few carries and see who looks good and then ride the hot hand. Come on, Kyle. You're a smart guy. Who is Mike Bennett? I don't know. Ethan M says
Michael Bennett. Isn't that who he's talking about? Yeah,
from Seattle. Tight end. I'm thinking Martellus. The edge rusher from the Seattle Seahawks, 72.
Okay. All right. League and media creating a supervillain in Lance. He's like the nicest guy. Flav says, I guess. Trey didn't lose that game, but he made sure no one on our team would have an opportunity to win it with that awful INT. Looked like deer in headlights when momentum turned. Grant hit me with some excuses.
Yeah, Grant, stop hitting with excuses. It's not like Jimmy G's thrown that pick millions of times.
Yeah, he threw that pick. I mean, that wasn't a good pick.
I didn't realize Trey Lance punched the football out on Deebo Samuel inside the 10 there. I didn't realize.
Did you see when he caused that face mask on Drake Greenlaw that caused that touchdown?
Yeah, Debo. What about Debo's fumble? I mean, that wasn't good. Absolutely not. But
yeah, I didn't realize Trey Lance made Debo fumble on that. That's weird. I didn't realize that Trey Lance was supposed to cover Dante Pettis in a broken play. I guess that's on Trey Lance as well.
I didn't think he looked a deer in the headlights when the moment turned either. Again, what I thought was Kyle choked when Elijah Mitchell went out. When Elijah Mitchell went out, he had no run. He couldn't find a running back that worked. And so all of a sudden he went to the Jimmy offense, which was short passes over the middle. And Trey hit his first 2. He hit Dwelly, he hit Jennings, and then Kyle went back to it a third time and got picked. And I think that's a really bad way to call plays for Trey. If you avoid the middle of the field as much as possible, that won't happen. And I think that's what we're going to see in the future. More throws to Ayuk outside the numbers, more throws to Gray and McLeod and Ayuk down the field. So, I hear you. But I do think, I guess my excuse would be Kyle didn't call a good game in the second half. What he called in the first half was on point. His adjustments were not good.
That's what we talked about last week, Grant. It's like, it's not so much what Trey's going to have to do, but it's so much was Kyle going to set him up in a right position and give him the chances to be successful. He's going to make him like in a comfortable offense. And then boom, just like that, he got the case of the lemon booty, went back to the Jimmy G offense.
That's true. Lemon booty. That's true. My egotistic aura says 50 layups is better than 33 points. Thanks.
Okay. So it takes 20 more.
33 pointers equals more.
Yeah,
right?
he takes 20. Swan Songs is a new member. Thank you. You're an old member, though. Big Tone says Trey will be fine. I'm optimistic. Can Kyle use more than one back at a time, though, or no? Or not? I'm going to ask him, hey, Kyle, can you use more than one back at a time or not?
Or nah. Or not.
I like that. But that's nah, though.
Make sure that would mean like 10 years ago.
Make sure he knows that when you say it, you mean nah is italicized.
Or not?
Kyle would have the most annoyed look on the face. Like, did Grant just ask me or not?
We'll check the podium at him at that point. Get out of here, stupid.
You got to be professional. It's too bad. Just overuses the running back one with no fresh carries for RB2. What gives? I don't know, man. It's so strange. They should have kept Raheem Mostert just as a change of pace back he trusted. Sad will have to give up the season to save face. Man, what are you talking about? You're tripping. Don't bother me. New member. Hey, the Jimmy Garoppolo fans are so lame. Can I just say that? They're like, hey, we suck. Like, dude, shut up. Sorry, that's how I feel. You're rooting for a backup quarterback who's now a career backup quarterback. Like, wear that with pride.
The only one who should be rooting for Jimmy Garoppolo is probably Subway, since they spent so much marketing money on him. It's probably
what other backup quarterback has a marketing deal, has endorsements.
Blows my mind.
Is the hot Italian sub at Subway the backup sub now? Is it backup? Scott Hill is the new YouTube member. Thank you, Scott.
Sorry,
David,
we're out of tune-up, but we got a good backup here.
Got to consider the win-loss ratio of when Seattle comes to our house. We find ways to lose to them. Haven't been a consistent rival since Alex Smith. Yeah, if the Niners defense can't handle Geno Smith, forget everything you thought you knew about this team.
For me,
we've seen the Niners struggle with Justin Fields and guys like that. Justin Fields, I mean, they can't keep mobile guys in the pocket. They run that wide 9 thing. They get Eric Armstead on the perimeter. Armstead starts diving at people's ankles, and all bets are off. But against Geno, oh my God, Geno's made to order for this freaking defense, I think. Unless down is up and right is left and green is blue.
For me,
Dogs
it's
are
just
cats.
like,
I don't know.
who was the starter for Seattle those games? Russell Wilson. He's not
the guy who
Seattle
breaks the
quarterback
pocket.
no more.
Yes.
He's not the guy. He's not there no more. So, like, I can't just go off of that history the past 9 years when that guy's not there.
How many quarterbacks can really beat this Niners defense from the pocket? How many? Brady.
Josh Allen.
Not Aaron Rodgers, apparently.
Not Aaron Rodgers, no.
Not Aaron Rodgers,
Aaron
apparently.
Rodgers.
Josh Allen gets outside the pocket at will. So does Mahomes. I mean, a guy who just
True.
can't get outside the pocket but can carve up. It's Tom Brady. Maybe
Burrow
Ryan
lost.
Peyton Manning. Who?
Burrow lost last year.
Yeah, Burrow lost. Mac Jones isn't going to do it. Like, dude, Geno, good luck. Really enjoy this week, though. This is a big week for you. Sorry. All right, that's the show. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Thanks, everyone, for joining. My name's Grant. That's Jose, Leo. Hope you enjoyed our insights and energy today.
Energy.
My name's Grant.
My name's Grant. I'm really excited to be here. Hold on. Daryl says, do you think Kyle is going to put Greenlaw in the doghouse? No, they love Greenlaw. They love that guy. Greenlaw needs to rein it in a little bit, man. He was doing way too much. He did way too much.
And the whiff tackle. It's also the non-plays he made without penalties. He whiffed some. God, he was just
the
non-penalty.
so out of control.
He was the main culprit on the second touchdown. I think the one to St. Brown. I think that was his busted coverage. Kyle talks in 3 hours, 2.5. So, and then Trey talks after him.
12:30,
12:40. So yeah, Trey talks after him. Open locker room, yada yada yada. We'll see. Oh, and practice is Kittle going to be there? What do you think? Guess Kittle. Yes, no. There.
No, it's Wednesday,
Yes.
so I'm going to go with no.
You think yes? I'm thinking no, but we'll see. Chris, go. I base it on nothing.
Warm-ups only.
Chris Grove says, not you, Grant. Media wants to tear down Trey, not passer rating, but QBR. Trade a better QBR in week 1 than 17 QBs, including all QBs that were drafted last year. Well, hey, how about that? I didn't know that.
That's another stat.
And Mike Moore said he doesn't do anything well.